All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about a powerful idea today, making 2026 the year you finally take ownership, the year you stop waiting around and actually start building. This is all about unlocking that person you just know you were meant to be. So, let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Are you really living the life you know you're capable of? Think about it for a second. That little gap you might feel, between where you are right now and where you know deep down you could be, that's not a sign of failure, not at all. That's your potential calling out to you. And that feeling, that's going to be the fuel for everything we're about to dive into. Okay, so at the absolute heart of this whole journey is this internal battle. And really, it's best to think of it as a war between the person you are today, the one driven by comfort and impulse, and the person you have the potential to become, your future self. And it looks like this, right? On one side, you've got the person you are now. This is the you that's run by comfort, by excuses, by whatever feels good in the moment. But then, on the other side, there's the person you could be. And that version of you, that person is forged in discipline, ownership, and looking at the long game. The craziest part is that every single day, maybe every single hour, you're making a choice about which one of these two you're going to feed. And look, this whole process, it's not supposed to be easy. It's a total metamorphosis. It's going to be uncomfortable, maybe even painful at times. Why? Because that struggle is the transformation. The goal here isn't to try and find a way around the hard stuff. The goal is to finally understand that the hard stuff is the way forward. So you might be asking, how do I win this war? Well, it all starts with your single most important weapon, your mindset. Seriously, this is the command center. It controls the entire story you're telling yourself about your own life.
And this is such a huge reframe of what we think discipline is. We tend to think it's all about punishment and restriction, right? But it's not. It's actually a form of self-love. Think about it. Every single time you choose discipline over impulse, you're casting a vote for your future self. You're basically saying, hey, who I'm becoming is way more important than the comfort of who I used to be.
This really gets to the core of what taking ownership means. There isn't just one reality out there. Your world, my world, it's created by how we look at it. And the most incredible part? We actually get to choose how we look at it. The second you truly get that your perspective is a choice, that's the moment you take all your power back from your circumstances. And honestly, it all boils down to a pretty simple choice. You're either making an excuse or you're getting a result. That's it. You can have one or the other, but you can't have both. And what happens when you just stop making excuses? When you just take them off the table completely? Well, the only thing left is results. Think of your life as a story. Every single thought that runs through your head is writing the next line. You are the author. So what kind of story are you writing? Are you the victim in this story, always having things happen to you? Or are you the hero who overcomes the obstacles? It's your choice. You are in complete control of that narrative. Okay, but let's be real. A strong mindset is awesome, but it's not enough on its own. It has to be paired with the next crucial piece of the puzzle, action. And this is where we get to the cold, hard truth that you have to rely on yourself. And here it is, the blunt, central message of this whole thing. No one is coming to save you. Not a perfect mentor, not some lucky break out of the blue. Nobody. The responsibility for changing your life, it rests entirely on your shoulders. And accepting that, really truly accepting that is the single most critical step toward taking ownership. But this isn't just some high-level theory. Here are 3 super practical steps to start building that unbreakable discipline. First, just set one non-negotiable goal. Just one, something you do no matter what. Second, you have to eliminate decision fatigue. Don't even ask yourself if you feel like it. Just do it. And third, track your wins. I mean it. Every single time you keep a promise to yourself, write it down. You'll watch that list grow, and with it, you're confident. Now, here's a distinction that you absolutely have to understand. So many of us wait around to feel motivated. But here's the secret. Motivation is a liar. It's flaky, it's unreliable, it comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand. Discipline is your ally. It doesn't care how you feel. It just says, get it done anyway. You know that old saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago? The second best time is now? Well, this is it. This is your call to action. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Yeah, maybe you could have started earlier, but that time is gone. The only moment you actually have any control over is right now. So the time for action, it's now. All right, so we've covered mindset and we've covered action, But let's be honest, this path is never a straight, smooth line, right? There are going to be bumps. So this next part is all about resilience. It's about completely changing how you look at hardship and failure. This is such a powerful shift. Instead of seeing failure and pain as these huge stop signs, what if you chose to see them as the very things that are making you stronger? What if you let them become your motivation, your fuel? Because that's exactly what they can be.
And we have to be realistic here. Going all in on yourself, it comes with a cost. It means early mornings and late nights. It means being misunderstood by people who just don't get it. It might mean having very few friends for a while. And it definitely means being your own cheerleader, because a lot of the time, there won't be anyone else clapping for you.
And it's so important to remember this. Some of the absolute best lessons you will ever learn are going to come from the most painful, the most frustrating, and the darkest moments of your life. Hardship isn't an obstacle to your growth. Hardship is your growth. And that's what real strength is, isn't it? It's not about being unbreakable. It's not about never getting knocked down. Real strength is getting back up when life has decked you, not because you're invincible, but because you simply refuse to stay broken. Okay, so let's bring all these ideas together. We're back to this idea of your life as a story. The most important chapters, they're the ones that haven't even been written yet. And you're the one holding the pen. And this right here is the ultimate mindset shift. Think about any great story you've ever read or seen. Bad things happen to the heroes, right? The challenges, the setbacks, the pain. Those aren't signs that you're failing. They're plot points. And this is where a person who could be a victim decides to become a creator. They say, you know what? I'm not going to stay in this fear. I'm going to make something from this. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. The past is done. It's a closed chapter. But the future, that's a blank page, and it's waiting. So what's your next line going to be?